Evening to one and all. This video is for class 9th standard. Yesterday for class 9th we have seen about the conducting tissue. The chapter is tissue. Yesterday we have seen about the conducting tissue in plant, that is xylem and phloem. And this how the xylem and phloem functions. Now here we need to see that how many kinds of tissue we have learned for plants. Firstly, we have learned about plant is the simple tissue, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, which is also known as supporting tissue. Next, what we have learned? We have learned about the complex tissue or conducting tissue, that is xylem and the phloem. Thirdly, what we are going to learn today is the protective tissue. The protective tissue, here the protective tissue is of two types, the epidermis and the cork or phelon or phelogen. Either cork you say, or you can say phelon also, or you can say phelogen also. One by one we will see both. Now, from the name itself we can infer the meaning that it will protect the plant. But in what way? It will protect the plant internally, it will protect the plant physically, it will protect the plant from any kind of disease. Slowly we'll come to know about it. Now, let us first study what is epidermis. Epidermis is the outer covering of the plant. Epidermis is the outer covering of the plant. This outer covering of the plant surrounds the whole plant body, it will surrounds. Having said this, this epidermis is having cell. Of course, it is named as epidermal cells. This epidermal cells will be long or flat. Long and flat means it will be flat also and it will be long also. In the epidermal cell, the presence of the epidermal cells makes the epidermis very much tough. This epidermis is quite tough. It protects the plant from any kind of mechanical injury as well as from predators, any kind of microbial infection also. It will be protecting the plant since it is the outer covering of the plant. We should not forget. Now, the epidermis layer is having epidermis layer is made up of cuticle. The epidermis layer is made up of cuticle. Epidermis layer of the plant is made up of cuticle. Now, on being studying in a deep way, we found the cuticle itself is made up of cutin. C-U-T-I-N. Cuticle C-U-T-I-C-L-E. Cutin C-U-T-I-N. Cutin. This cutin is actually a waxy layer which makes the cuticle very much waxy. This cutin is a waxy layer. Cutin is a waxy layer which makes the cuticle very much waxy. The cuticle will be very much waxy because of the presence of the cutin. Now, when we are moving towards the desert, the plants what we are finding in the desert, or plants what is present in the desert, what we found in desert, those plants are having the cuticle thick. Now, this cuticle mainly is found on the surface of the leaves. Now, if the cuticle is thick, means the transpiration will be less. What is transpiration? The process of movement of water in the form of water vapor from the plant to the external environment. From the plant to the external environment. The process of movement of water in the form of water vapor from the plant to the external environment. In a more simple language, the process of dissipating of the water in the form of water vapor from the plant to the atmosphere. That is transpiration. Now, in desert, we know there is no rainfall. Rainfall is very scanty. Very less rainfall is there. So, plant need water for the growth. So, less transpiration means more water will be holding up by the plant itself. Now, what happens if the plant is holding the more water? Then plant can go for the process of photosynthesis also nicely. That's the reason why in the desert area, the cuticle is very much thick. And in the temperate areas, in our areas, in the moderate areas, the cuticle is thin, where maximum transpiration can take place because we are receiving a lot of rainfall. I hope it's clear till here. Now, some of the epidermal cells are also having, especially the stomata itself, is having the guard cells. These guard cells are also epidermal cells. These guard cells are also epidermal cells. This guard cells restricts the amount of water to move as a process of transpiration. This guard cells, by the name itself, we can infer the meanings that guarding the maximum amount of water flow. That the plant should not dissipate maximum amount of water. The plant should hold some amount of water. Almost 95% of water absorbed by plant is just transpired. Now what plant holding is only 5% of water. Only 5% of water, and that is enough for the process of photosynthesis. So what happens here is this guard cell will regulate the amount of water to be transpired. This is also epidermal cell only. Especially the epidermis, which is present in the surface of the leaves, consists of this guard cell. Now, having said till here, some of the epidermal cells are having trichomes. Trichomes means the hair-like structure in the guard cell. This hair-like structure like this, the hair-like structure. This hair-like structure in the guard cells restricts the amount of water to be transpired. Especially it is present in the desert areas again, the trichomes. Now, when we are talking about, apart from trichomes, whenever we will be talking about some other modifications. Other modifications means what the plants are doing so as to restrict itself. So, some of the modification is also there, just like trichomes only. Trichomes maintaining the transpiration rate less. Similarly, the collection of the silica in the epidermal cell. Some of the plants where the grazing by animals is more, those plants are adapted to store silica in their epidermal cells. If this is the epidermal cells, then there the silica deposition will be there. And this silica is very much tough. Whenever the animals will come to graze upon it, the animal cannot chew the silica material. And automatically the plant will be saved. So this is also one of the adaptive. The trichomes, the hairy structure restricts transpiration, and the extra deposition of the silica gel in the epidermal cells of the plant, which is restricting the animals to graze upon those plant. I hope this epidermis part is clear to you. Next part is the cork or phelon or phloem. This is the internal part of the epidermis. After cutting the epidermis, if at all we will dissect the epidermis of the stem, we can find this cork or phelon or phloem. Means that when the epidermis will rupture, time to time what happens due to time and due to the aging of the plant, the epidermis tissue will start to rupture. But that means that is not the end of the plant. The plant life will not be end there. Plant life won't be end there. That is not the ending of the life of the plant. What happens there is, the moment the epidermis layer will break up, the secondary meristem layer, which is known as cork or phelon or phloem, will overcome. It is also known as cork cambium or phelon or phloem. This cork cambium or phelon or phloem, whenever this epidermis will whenever this epidermis will break off, automatically this cork or phelon or phloem will uplift itself to the level of the epidermis. And these are really very tough layer. Like in humans, no, the temporary teeth will just shed off and the permanent teeth will come out. Similarly, here also, due to the aging of the plant or due to the rupturing of the epidermal layer, the cork or phelon or phloem will come up. Now, the moment the cork or phloem will come up, the plant will become very much tough and strong. The stem of the plant will become very much strong. Now, what is the main function of this cork or phelon or phloem? What we said, the epidermal layer. At first, what we said, the epidermal layer is having the material cuticle, and that cuticle is having cutin, which is very much waxy. Here, what happens? This cork or phelon or phloem is having one material known as the suberin. Suberin. This material is also found in onion also. So this suberin material makes the cell of the cork or the cambium or the phelon or the phloem very much tough. See, this is the rough diagram of the cork. So there is no intercellular spaces, because these intercellular spaces and all is already packed with the material known as the suberin. I am making it more dark so that this layer should represent the suberin. This is what the suberin layer. The suberin layer does not allow any kind of intercellular spaces, which makes the cork or phelon or phloem very much tough and more tougher. So what happens? There should not be any kind of, the plant will not get any kind of heat shock. The plant will be heat proof as well as the plant will be shock proof. No mechanical or physical shock the plant may receive, or the plant may not receive any kind of heat shock also. As well as the bacterial and microbial infection also the plant will not receive, because no intercellular spaces for the microorganism to go inside and infect the plant. This is what about the suberin. This is what about the cork or farina phloem. And what is the utilization? In some bottle manufacturing companies also, still they are using the cap of the bottle as this cork only. They are getting it from the stem of the big trees. I guess it's clear. You must understand the cuticle here and the suberin here. These two are the technical part of the chapter. These two things are the technical part of this topic, protective tissue. I guess it's clear. So please match it with the text and follow the video properly. Try to understand.